Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show this evening. Tonight we're going to just be talking about some things that need to be talked about. Uh, just some things that are going to come out. We're just going to talk about some things, life, what's going on in the world, and what we think about it. You know, we got people getting killed, not knowing why they're being killed, and people dying, not knowing why they're dying, and the world is kind of like in an uproar. It's crazy right now. You know, youngsters are doing things and not thinking before they do things. People are doing things not thinking before they do things. They just do because it's something that they feel is to be done. Uh, Talking about a young man that was killed out in Southern California, Los Angeles, the other day. Brother that grew up in the community, doing good things for the community, trying to improve the community in which he grew up in. Uh, he became a rapper. He was doing really good in this field. And instead of him moving from Los Angeles, he stayed in the community and tried to help within his own community and was gunned down in his own community. Uh, really sad, really sad. When we have people grow up in their community and that's gunned down in their own community that's trying to give back and help in the community to do better, it's a shame that we kill each other. You know, we kill each other and not knowing why they're killing. No reason for it. You know, what sense does it make to commit a murder the way that he was murdered? You know, it does make any sense. But we don't know. We don't know what the reason for is this death. We don't know why the young man killed him. We don't know. And I know this is a tragedy to his family, to the community in which you raised in which you grew up in. But life goes on. We have to continue to try to help in our communities, try to better our communities from what it is now. You know, I was talking to a young man the other day, and he was talking about how they black on black crime is at its all-time high in our communities. And he mentioned about former genocides. You know, we're being wiped out. Well, uh, we got to get on that wagon because we wiping ourselves out. We assisting to the murders that's going on in our communities. You know, mothers losing their children, and the child shouldn't go before their parents. You know, fathers in a home that's trying to do the best they can with what they have to work with. You know, the fathers that are in the homes. You know, some fathers are not in the homes, but the fathers that's in the home trying to do the best they can with what they have to work with. You know, we have to look at the picture. What's really going on? You know, what's really going on in our homes, in our community? What's really going on? Is it a setup? Is it something that's by design to happen? You know, what's happening in our communities? I don't know. I'm just talking. I got something that's in me, and I'm just bringing it out. I'm just talking, trying to make sense of the whole picture. But like I'm saying, I don't know. You know, we have a lot of stuff that's been going on for years, and it could continue to go on. Today is Marvin Gaye's birthday. You know, that's another a story within itself. You know, this man was killed by his father for whatever reason. You know, that's another form of something that happened. You know that he was in a way that wasn't accepted and was killed by his father. So this has been going on for a long time. This didn't just happen yesterday or day before yesterday. This has been going on for a long time. We have to review what's going on in our communities, what's going on in our families, and try to take that back. Try to get our household back. Try to take our families back and become head of the household and run what should be ran in the right form as being head of the household. You know, I don't know. It's just rambling, I guess. Something that should be said, and I guess I have the forum to say it, and I'm trying to say it in the best way that I can. We have to help our communities. We have to try to give back to our communities and do the best thing that we know how to do in our communities. You know, life is what we make it. You know, we could be good fathers, we can have good mothers and give everything that's needed to grow up and be a righteous citizen. And we get to a certain age and we take it and we run the other way with it instead of going this angle that we've been directed by our parents. We take it and go the other way. I don't know. Life is full of turns, full of twists, and you know, I tell people that we are in control of our destiny in life. Whatever's going to happen in life, we are in control of our destiny. The only person that can change it is us. So as far as what happened yesterday, you know, what happened with Marvin Gaye, we don't know. We don't know. You know, we just have to look at the news, try to cipher things out, but we'll really never know what happened. You know, yesterday or years ago with Marvin Gaye. You know, I say happy birthday to him. You know, this is his day. Happy birthday to him. But we wish everybody well in our communities. Right now, I am still working with Talif Collective in Fremont, California. I'm the coordinator for the reentry program of Talif Collective. You know, I assist people coming home from incarceration, formerly incarcerated, returned citizens. I just recently, a couple of months ago, I am working for Seniors X Connection at 6500 3rd Street, 3rd Street in Armstrong as a case manager there. I'm assisting the seniors that's been in the system at one time or another in their life. I'm helping the combat vets that's been in war and has come home and having problems. I'm assisting the seniors that's in our neighborhoods, that's in our communities, to somewhat stay on the right track and live the rest of their life out in their communities. I'm assisting in housing, trying to find senior housing for them, or some kind of transitional housing that they can be comfortable in the rest of their lives in their communities. So I'm trying to do work. I'm trying to do work and trying to help the people in our communities maintain in the communities and what they grew up in. And you know, it's really something to see a person come in and they have really nowhere to go. And they've been raised in this area, San Francisco. You know, they come in and they have nowhere to go. You know, they're trying to find housing. They've been shoved out of the San Francisco, out of the neighborhoods. So it's really something to see. You know, after being part of a community for all their life, get to the point to where they have to leave and go elsewhere outside of San Francisco. You know, there's no housing in San Francisco. So I ask that if there's anything that you can do to assist me in the work that I'm doing, please, by all means, contact me. Give me some information that I can use to assist someone else to have a useful rest of their life in the community, to have a smooth ride for the rest of their life in their community. That's what I do today. You know, I help the formerly incarcerated come home from incarceration that's been locked up for 10, 20, 30, and 40 years. I help the formerly incarcerated that's been in the system at one time in life have a smooth ride in their community for the rest of their life. So if there's anything that you can do to assist me in allowing them to continue in their community, please come by and see me at 6500A 3rd Street, Armstrong 3rd Street, right on the corner. I'm there 5 days a week. And I'm doing whatever I can do to help. You know, I'm doing whatever I can do to help. So I'm not doing it for me. You know, I can't do it for me. I'm doing it for the brothers and the sisters that need help to come back in their community. They have the right, after going into prison, doing a number of years. You know, they got sentenced out of the San Francisco County and sent into the system, Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, you know, for a set period of time. And they're coming back home in large numbers. They're coming home in large numbers. and they have the right to come back into the community where they were sentenced from, San Francisco County. They have the right to come back here and be part of their community, and they don't have anywhere to go right now. So I'm working, trying to find some kind of way where we can have the citizens of San Francisco come back into their community and be part of this community. That's what I'm working to do. So if you can help me in any kind of way, please help me. Give me a hand, give me a phone call, give me some housing, give me some information where we can house these brothers and sisters coming home from incarceration. The women have the right to come back to where they left and went to prison from. A lot of women that's coming back to San Francisco, they don't have a lot of assistance for women. They don't have a lot of help, for the women to come home and get when they come home. Men, we have a lot, but the women they don't have too many options of coming home and being put back into the community. They don't have transition housing where they really house women. I'm trying to work so I can, get 2 transition housings. I want one for women, not co-ed. I want one for men that's been in prison for 10, 20, and 30, and 40 years. I want a house where I can bring them back into the community and have a smooth transition back into the neighborhood, to be able to have a way of learning how to write a resume on computer, use a cell phone. A lot of people don't know how to use cell phones. I want to be able to send them to programs that they need to go to, not that they have to go, that they need to go to learn how to ride a bus, get on the bus and ride a bus without having a person think that someone's looking at them because they've been in prison for 10 or 20 and 30 years. I'm trying to give them the information that they need to come home and be part of their household again, as a woman, as a man coming back in their household. A lot of people go into prison and they don't know how to come back and just come in and be a husband or a wife in their house. They've been gone. The only way they know is how to have a relationship is in the visiting room on a Saturday and Sunday. The man goes to visit a woman in prison. They sit in the visiting room and they have a machine where they buy food out of for a few hours. Then he leaves or she leaves and they come back that week. And that next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and it goes on again. And that goes on for a number of years. So the only way they have a relationship, a meaningful relationship, is in the visiting room. We want to be able to have people come home to a house, to a home where they feel comfortable at coming home when their day is over, being able to adjust back to community, go back to their neighborhoods and be part of their neighborhood. That's what I'm trying to do. So at any cost of any help that you can give me, please help me work this to where people can come home and be comfortable in their community. I'm not really asking for a lot. I'm asking for help that you can assist me in passing on to the people that's coming home from incarceration. I call them returned citizens. Returned citizens coming back to their neighborhood. And that's what they are. They're citizens that left at one time and went into the system one way. And while doing time in the system, they changed to who they are today. They're not the same people that went in 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. They're not the same people that went in. These people are coming home, different people. And they want to come home and be part of their community. And they have the right to come home and be part of their community. So I'm asking for help and allowing this to happen, allowing these people to come home and be part of this world. I'm asking for help in any way that you can give it. I'm not asking for much, but I'm asking for help in any way that you can give it to allow people to come home and be part of this community. So I don't know. The world is in shingles right now. People go into the system, and a lot of people want to throw the key away and let them rot in prison. But in life, in living, Everybody commits some kind of wrong. Some commit more wrongs than others. Some commit crimes that's more drastic than others. But somebody in life, at some time in life, somebody, some individual made a choice to do something that was out of this world and went to prison for a long period of time. And now they're coming home. And they have a right to come home because they paid their duties, they paid their debt to society. They did whatever time it was, 10, 20, 30, 40 years in the system. They went through all the classes. They've done everything that it is to do to change their life, to turn their life around. And they've been given an opportunity to come back into their community. So they've been given another shot. You know, at one time, I argued with a chaplain, imam in Old Folsom State Prison, and his thing was everybody is salvageable. And I argued for years that no, that's not true. That's not true. But I come to realize later on in life that is very much true. Everybody is salvageable if they want to be. If they want to be. Everybody wants to change, but they don't know how to change. If you give them the proper instructions to change an individual, 9 times out of 10 will take those instructions and change. You know, sometimes it takes a little time, but 9 times out of 10, an individual will take those instructions and change. So when they change, let's allow them, with a little help from us, to come back in their community and be part of this. The women that's coming in from Chinchilla, you know, we welcome you home. We welcome you home. You have the right to come back to this community. We welcome you home. So come home, but I need help. I need transitional housing for a woman. I need transitional housing for a man. I don't want them co-ed. I don't want them together because that causes chaos. I want them separate so they can have the issues that they need to address. They can address the issues that they need to address coming home and come back home and be part of their family, their granddaughters that they don't know, their grandsons that they don't know. And we want a system at allowing that transition housing to become part of their structure and reiterating, re-examining what they need to put in order to put their family back together. That's what we need to do. So as I state, and I'm going to continue this, my fight goes on because, see, I was able to come back on this side of the wall, this side of the fence. You know, God gave me reason to come back on this side of the fence, this side of the wall. I know a lot of people that's never going to come back. They'll be in prison for the rest of their natural life. But I've been allowed to come back, all my faculties in order, everything mobile, and allowed me an opportunity to come back and put work in for the ones that's incarcerated. That's not never coming home. So I work for them. They should be given an opportunity because the majority of people that went in at 16, 17, 18, 19 years old, they are not the same people they went in 20, 30, and 40 years ago. They are not the same individual that went into the system. They've changed drastically. So they need to be given an opportunity to come back and be part of this world and make a difference, you know, to their community. They need to be able to come home and make a change in their community. Because when they went to prison, you know, they left a mark in their communities, in their neighborhoods. They left a mark. So they need to come home and be able to change that mark to what they should be today. You know, our work is not difficult. Our work is not difficult. You know, as a matter of fact, our work is easy with the help of others. You know, I choose the work that I do, and I love the work that I do because, see, the aftermath is what counts with me when I see a smile on a person's face after being helped, after the work that I put in for them and the changes things, the dynamics of things in their life. The smile that they give, that's payment. That's my job is done. You know, taking from a frown to a smile, my work is done. Good conversation, and the person is not on the street, not homeless, in a safe environment, my work is done. So like I say, I work at 6500 A, 3rd Street, Seniors, Bayview Seniors Connection, right on the corner of Armstrong and 3rd. I'm a case manager there. I love my work. I would like to continue doing my work to help people change their life. So if anything that you can do to assist me in my work, by all means, please come and help us. We need your help. We need your assistance. We need people like you in the community to come out and take part of the work that we're doing. So, you know, I can only say it over and over and over and over, and I'll continue to say it. Please, please come out and help us do this work. You know, a lot of people don't want to do it. A lot of people do it for a short period of time and be gone because they don't want to deal with the people, you know. But just think, just think for 1 minute, if you was down on your luck, if you got to the point to where you was homeless, didn't have no food to eat, didn't have shoes, or had shoes that had holes in them, and it was raining outside, and we had a season where it was cold outside, and people was walking the street with nowhere to live, nowhere to go, nothing to eat. Just think for a moment, if that was you. Would you want somebody to help you come in out of the cold? Would you want somebody to give you something to eat? Would you want somebody to give you some shoes that don't have holes in them? Just think for a minute, if that was you, what would you do? Would you go back to your old habits of what you know to not be part of that environment out there in the elements, in the cold, in the rain, nothing to eat? Would you be part of that? Would you go back to your old habits that you know what to do? You know, go out and get some money. What would you do? Okay, we're trying to alleviate that. We're trying to stop that. We're trying to give people what we think they shouldn't have in society. We're trying to give them another chance. We're trying to help them be able to have a smooth transition back in their community. People coming home from prison, they shouldn't have to go down to the parole office and perhaps get a tent, perhaps go somewhere and live on the street because their families can't help them, because their families can't help themselves. The families gotten to the age to where they don't have food for themselves. So how can they help somebody coming in from incarceration after being locked up for 30 and 40 years? How can we help you? We can't. We got a couch that you can sleep on maybe for a week, but you got to move on because I live in a senior's place. You can't live it with me. My son can't live in the senior's place with me. My daughter can't live in the senior's place with me. She going to spend the night, but you got to move on because as soon as somebody see her after so many days, they're gonna report it. So what do we do? How do we help these people? We have to assist our people that's coming home from incarceration. We have to. So help me raise enough money so I can get houses in San Francisco. They got empty houses in San Francisco, abandoned houses in San Francisco. Allow me to get a house so I can help these people come home and be part of their community. I ain't asking for much. I ain't asking for money so I can go out and get me a Rolls Royce, a house up on the hill, a white picket fence, and the dog named Spot. I ain't asking for none of that. I don't want none of that. I just want some assistance to help these people come home from incarceration. So again, my name is Wendell Elamine James. I do this show every week. You know, I bring home formerly incarcerated on my show and allow them to tell people who they once were, what changed their life while they was incarcerated, what they're doing now, and what their future goals are. That's what my show is about. But today I'm pleading with you to help me make it to where they have a smooth transition coming home from incarceration. They're not the same people they were when they went to prison. So please help me, help them have a smooth transition back in their community. I want to thank you for watching my show. If there's anything that I said today to offend anybody in the audience, those were not my intentions. Those were not my intentions. But if I said anything today to allow you to exercise your brain and think about what I'm saying, okay, that's what my intentions were. Because we need help in our communities. There's no reason why our communities are in a shambles the way they are. People on the street, hungry, that's been in this community all their life. So I want to thank you for watching the show tonight. And if there's anything that you can do to help me, call the show, call the studio. And, ask for information how to get in contact with me. I'm at 6500 A, 3rd Street, Seniors, Bayview Seniors Connection, right there on 3rd and Armstrong. I'm there 5 days a week. I want to thank you for watching the show. Thank you, and have a great evening.